I am from the great nation of India. My nation might be a racist, casteist, disgustingly vile, resource-scarce society.
We live in a society.
And as I was growing up in my country, I realized another evil was hiding in plain shadows. People of unconventional body mass were being oppressed, ostracized, marginalized, exiled to the corners of the food court, picked last in dodgeball, ghosted on dating apps, and all for what? Because they are culinary connoisseurs? Human nature is evil by default. But if villains exist, so do heroes. There was a certain group of people who, instead of doing some shallow social activism, took the matter in their own hands. And they were the disciplined, noble-hearted gentlemen of the Tren community.
Tails. Did you really, dude? Did you really?
You like sandwiches? Me too.
Anybody want to be a bodybuilder? Right. Don't nobody want to lift this heavy ass weight.
In 2024, a 26-year-old confessed on Reddit.
Started Tren 3 weeks ago. Before I was exclusively into fitness girls. But yesterday I saw a girl at Chipotle who asked for extra guac and I was like, why is she so attractive?
Bodybuilding's wildest conspiracy theory is not that the CIA invented CrossFit so that soccer moms cannot unite together to uncover that the moon landing was actually faked. Instead, it is that cattle hormones can turn you into chubby chasers. Trenbolone was not made for humans. It was made to fatten livestock before they were slaughtered. But when an aspirational neurotic bodybuilder sees cow steroids with the tag for animal use only, he does treat it like a challenge. The ratio of its anabolic effects of muscle building to the androgenic effects of masculinizing, it's 500 to 500, which is compared to testosterone, which means everything is 5 times of test. The ratio does not simply mean more muscle gains. It means more rage, more psychosis, and more permanent damage. One of the posts on the steroid subreddit says,
I was never into bigger girls, but on Tren, suddenly I understand Renaissance painters.
One guy claimed that he became attracted to his friend's mom, who was slightly obese, whatever that means, at his friend's wedding. And the greatest of hits include, helped a woman with groceries in the parking lot. She was 250 plus and got her Instagram. Week 3, I keep fantasizing about my 120-pound girlfriend gaining 40 pounds. I bought her a cinnamon bun. She asked if I was fattening her up. I could not answer. This has crossed from self-harm to harming others. But where's the line? Apparently, nowhere.
They use that on racehorses, for Christ's sakes.
There are hundreds of these posts of people posting about their newfound sexuality, and this is not a community support group. It is a death cult with macros and meal prep. The science behind how Tren hijacks your brain, it is already documented. When you inject synthetic androgens, which are 5 times more potent than your natural sex hormones, and you increase the dose 5 times your natural levels, you're not just building muscle, you are rewiring your neural circuits. Androgens modify the hypothalamus. It handles all the hormones that generate the basic drives: sex, hunger, stress. The limbic system is also affected, which handles all the emotional urgency and the reward to all those drives of the hypothalamus. And the most important one, the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for all the impulse control and the long-term thinking. This is the brain part that tells you that $10 blowjob from the anorexic-looking hooker with missing teeth scratching her vagina behind the McDonald's at 1 a.m. at night is kind of a bad idea. But Trenbolone downregulates your PFC. Tren distorts the signal from the hypothalamus, making the limbic system more sensitive, which means everything feels more intense, more personal, more urgent. We do have the clinical research data about the androgen use. Aggression is quite common, mood swings in at least half of the users, paranoia, and critically, people who use anabolics, they have triple the odds of sexual risk-taking behavior. Which means that you did say yes to the blowjob, and after a few days, your dick has turned blue, your pee is red, it hurts while urinating, and why the hell is there a van with a biohazard sign outside your front door? Androgens flood your dopamine receptors in your brain reward center and absolutely wreck your serotonin regulation. You're not just hornier, you are simply without any inhibition. Before Tren,
She's not my type.
after Tren,
She's not my type.
but I'm invincible and consequences are for small people. One quote from the Men's Health magazine kind of nails it. I became more aggressive, more selfish, way more likely to cheat. I feel like I was seeking out more partners constantly. In between the cycles of the low anabolic dose phases, users would notice behavioral changes. But over time, they would decide to get back on Tren, deluding themselves that this time it would be different and they would control their urges. Spoiler, that never happens. Tren does not reprogram who you are attracted to. It simply removes the executive function, preventing you from acting on literally every impulse. You're not exactly changing types, you're simply lowering your standards to, is it warm and can I push my penis into it? Now the rabbit hole goes much deeper, and at the bottom of it is your endocrine system, producing hormones that make zero sense for a 200-pound man. Tren does not stop at hitting your androgen receptors but also hammer down your progesterone receptors, which are literally the female hormone receptors. This spikes the prolactin production, the hormone that makes women lactate.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight.
Actual Reddit quote. My girlfriend looked at my nipples and said,
Oh my god, they're looking at me!
and covered her eyes. You're trying to get jacked, but your body's preparing for motherhood. High prolactin triggers the post-orgasm bonding feelings and maternal behaviors. So your brain is being flooded with nurture and cuddle hormones while simultaneously being hammered via the testosterone derivatives with conquer, dominate, spread your seed. Sort of a neurochemical cage fight. Now let me summarize the most likely scenario of what is actually happening. Tren does not reprogram your sexual identity,
feeling of coming in the gym and
but it does destroy your impulse control, forms an hypermasculine identity, plus the echo chamber reinforcement.
This is definitely going on right now.
The final outcome of your acceptable standards being ground zero. Or maybe you're one of those guys who's only actually using a test cycle but lies about being on Tren because he can finally be the real him. The steroid subreddit has 500,000 guys with cystic acne on their back and body dysmorphia in the making, playing amateur endocrinology game with their body using the bathroom brewed underground lab steroid stacks. All of this bought via cryptocurrency from some middle-aged Chinese guy with a Chinese women profile picture on his Telegram typing,
Hello dear, do you want the oils?
Yes, but can I have the price list, please?
Everybody complains about the Tren meme like they're above it all, but you are all the same. Here is how the meme self-perpetuates. Someone makes a post.
Was into fit girls, now it's only fat girls on Tren.
400 upvotes.
Same bro.
It is the prolactin. Trend changes everything. And you have 50 more guys just confirming the story. But what about those 50 guys who took Tren but only got night sweats, baldness, and yelled at their mom?
No one cares, Mom!
Nobody cares about that. You destroyed your liver for 3 pounds of muscle while becoming a bit more angrier. That's boring. But you became attracted to Asian femboys? That is where the money is. So let's do this one final time. Does this yellow-tinted black market slurry make you like fat women? Likely not. But does it have the potential to destroy your impulse control so thoroughly that your behavior looks like a preference change? Absolutely.
Hey, the video has ended. This is a kind of a video where I try to remove any kind of fluff and statistics, numbers, just kind of a narration style of videos. Do you like it? Maybe you don't. If you don't, that's totally chill. But if you like it, I will be making more videos. Subscribe if you want to see more narrative style videos.